just hear a bit more about how you structured the sessions to ensure, because again, multiple days across multiple tracks and really wanting to hone in on that engagement piece. How did that impact the way that you formatted your sessions? What were maybe some tips that you could give someone who's trying to create a really engaging session in a virtual environment?
Yeah, absolutely. And we actually experimented with this quite a bit. So, back in last October when we held our Startup Month event, we thought, folks had very minimal time to participate online, right? Everybody was virtual. Everybody was doing Zoom calls. And so, Zoom fatigue is a real thing. And so we experimented with shorter content. So, 30 minutes max of content plus 15 minutes network. So everything was under an hour. And we actually saw better engagement with how we structured the Convergence conference that we just did, which was an hour-long programming essentially. So we had hour-long panels with like 15 minutes built for question and answer. And so, the way we structured our 5-day conference, we hosted everything in the evening. And that was primarily based off of the audience, the targeted audience segments that we were really trying to reach. So for us, for example, Convergence is really a bridge to connect the larger San Diego tech ecosystem to our student populations here in our region. So aspiring students and talent, we didn't want to compete with their school schedules, right? So hosting content in the evening so that, they didn't have to choose between class, right? Or this event, but then folks who, have regular day jobs could attend in the evening after work. And so we actually had very, very strong attendance. You and I, Erin, were talking. We had just about 500 overall registrants, and we had a 70% attendance rate, which was huge for us. Amazing. We didn't see that level of engagement, during Startup Month. So I think, I think what I would recommend is know your audience, right? Think of the experience that you're building for that specific audience, ensure that you're being really intentional with that structure based on the people you are trying to target and, provide value to.
Yeah. And I have to say, I was able to hop in on a few of the sessions, and yeah, you could tell there was a lot of thought put into how to keep it engaging. I remember the pitch event, for example, that 2-hour pitch event. I hopped on, I was like, I don't know if I'll stay on the whole 2 hours. And I was glued because you kept it super punchy. It was like minute long here, 30-second pitch. So it almost felt like a style of a Netflix, almost like Chopped. Like I felt like I was just watching a really engaging show like that. And so I think when folks are approaching these sessions, like get creative, think about your favorite TV shows. How are people consuming content today?